snails in need.
No, please, you're much too kind. A fond welcome back to the big breakfast. On this, the 9th of September, I'm Johnny Vaughan.
And I'm Liza Tarbuck.
Hello.
Hey! Thanks, Grant.
Wait, you horrible lot. Oh, you rowdy lot. It's time to throw a log on the old fire. Sit back. Put your tired tippy toes on the old footstool and take in the televisual spectacle that is our snail in need appeal.
Hey! Those of you that have been with us
rowdy lot.
all morning, and you will know that this morning we've been trying to find a home for almost 200 giant African land snails.
Alas, two such snails were all too young to feel the joys of spring. Young love, you rowdy lot. Yay! And left their owners with more snails than they could look after.
Which is why we're asking you to phone in and pledge that you can give a home to as many snails as you can.
Waiting to take your calls is the lovely Sarah Cox. She's in the phone room, talking her socks off. There she is.
And remember, any snails we've still got left over at 9 o'clock get fricasseed by our chef, Jean, who can't wait to get biting his snails.
But wait, you horrible crowd of Egypt. Of course, no snails in need would be complete without one person. Where are you, Slugsy? Where are you? Slugsy.
If you can give a home to one of our snails, then phone us on
0181985 on the ones. Or you can fax us on 0181985 on the twos. Or in the meantime, you can use the internet, where there's a number there for Big Breakfast at channel4.com.
How modern.
Lovely. In the meantime, here's what's coming on today's show. After the news, I'm going to pull a few laughs, a few funnies, if you like. Out of the newspapers to the old paper review.
Yeah! At 8:18, she's the epicentre of the latest dramatic storyline to rock EastEnders, Lindsay Coulson.
Yes!
Live in the house.
At 8:25, that old charmer, Sarah Cox, is here to tell us how our snails in need appeal is going. Hey! Bless her old cops.
Oh, but right now, if anybody wants to give a home to a poor, helpless newsreader, then here he is.
Good morning. These are the main stories on Thursday, the 9th of September. The gay revelation that sent Portillo into a storm. And Britney hit victory at America's biggest music awards. And Batty's red card caps a scrappy night for England. Michael Portillo, the man considered to be a possible future leader of the Conservatives, has revealed in an interview that he had homosexual experiences as a young man. The revelation coincides with intense speculation that he's about to stand in the Kensington and Chelsea by-election and is being seen as an attempt by the former Defence Secretary to remove any skeletons from his cupboard.
I was asked about rumours that had circulated about me, which I must say made me pretty fed up over a number of years. When I was in public office, there wasn't really a good occasion to deal with those. But I am happy to deal with them. They are perfectly untrue. Have I ever had any experiences of that sort? Yes, I did a generation ago.
The second explosion in Moscow within a week has left at least 13 people dead and dozens injured. A 9-story building was shattered by a midnight blast thought to have been caused by gas. However, city officials have not ruled out the possibility of a bomb. The MTV Video Music Awards takes place in New York later today. Wild Wild West star Will Smith and Latino sensation Ricky Martin are expected to clean up in the male categories. The ever-present, evergreen Madonna could do well with her latest effort, but she'll get stiff competition from Britney Spears' Baby One More Time, which we seem to recall was a firm favourite with our own Johnny Vaughan. Here's the sport. Britain needs to go back to the drawing board after more failure in Euro 2000. English survival now depends on Sweden. Scotland can help themselves despite a poor match against Estonia. Northern Ireland were out of it anyway, but the Republic came up trumps again. Ian Ramage has the highs and the lows.
Not Batty's night, almost starting with an own goal and ending with a red card. Martin saved England several times. They dominated for much of it. Fowler came close on more than one occasion. England were cheated out of at least one penalty, and Polish fans thought they were hard enough pelting rival followers with a range of missiles. The police were pretty useless, but the game went on. Batty probably wishes it hadn't. Goalless and soulless by England. Sadly for Scotland, Estonia turned up this time, and with Derby goalkeeper Mart Poom, Dodds couldn't crack him in either half. Poom was blooming, the Scots blooming frustrated. The Republic allowed Malta to draw level, but Steve Staunton's goal of the night clinched a 3-2 victory to take the Irish second in their group.
So it's come to this. For qualification, England needs Sweden to beat the Poles in Stockholm next month and then to succeed in the playoffs. Scotland need to win just one of their remaining qualifiers against Bosnia or Lithuania to have a fighting chance. On to the weather. Temperatures should range from 17 Celsius in Glasgow to 23 in London. Western Scotland should be the only area to see rain today. Wales, central regions and the southwest will start out sunny, but the southeast will have a cloudy morning. Later on, that sunny weather will spread across England and Wales. 5-day forecast. Northern regions will be dry until Sunday, then rainy from then on. Central regions will have lots of sunshine until Saturday. They'll turn showery from Sunday. And the south will also have a sunny Friday and Saturday, but afterwards prepare for a stormy start to next week. The Breakfast News, 8:03. Back to Johnny and Liza.
Phil Gale never fail.
I'm touched.
That's for
Phil,
sure.
he never fails, does he, Phil Gale?
No.
Every morning he reads the news, doesn't he?
Except when
Say
it's
that.
not him.
He reads the news.
How many
and there
people
is
can
no...
you say that
How
about?
many people can you say that about? How many people can you say that every day they read the news?
Yeah.
15 people?
Yeah.
20 people max.
I feel
But one of
privileged.
those people, one of those 20 is Phil Gale. Phil Gale, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, that doesn't include local radio, because that's a lot more newsread as well.
But I can't name any.
I can't name
I can't name and shame anyone.
No.
Can you?
Do you want to name and shake?
No.
Blast?
No.
No, I'm not going to blast today. Do you know what? I'm going to take a look at the headlines as you cry.
Read all about it. Read all about it.
Mail. Oh, hello there. GM Food Minister donates £2 million to Labour. A new cash for influence row erupts. The Science Minister, Lord Sainsbury, who is a keen advocate of GM Food, donates £2 million to the Labour Party. But I would think he doesn't want anything for his money. He's just giving him £2 million. No strings. He says, here you go, make $2 million, no strings. Nice. No strings.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be
I'm
refreshing.
sure that's exactly what he's done. Why would he do anything else?
Why build another bloomin' art wing?
Yes.
What's the point of that? Too much art.
Much too much art in this world, and not enough rubbish. So they should do a whole gallery of cheapness. Just of cheap tack. Maybe call it the Dome. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Start. All-out war, saw. Short memories in Europe again, as 60 years after Germany's invasion of Poland, the event, of course, got the British involved in the war, Polish and German thugs ganged together to attack English fans. Oh dear. I know English fans have not got a great reputation, but I tell you this, there is, obviously, not all of them are hooligans. It's a tiny minority, and there's no other, I know everyone sort of bangs on, well, a few people bang on about this, but there's no other thing you pay so much money to go and do where you get treated so badly. You can see the sort of frustration anyway of just being a fan going abroad. Their crime, to follow a football team. Sometimes, I know there is the odd hooly there, I'm not saying, they're a completely clean-living bunch of boys, but,
I wouldn't like to be fenced in either.
I wouldn't, just being fenced in.
I think that's insulting.
Yeah, you've journeyed all the way. They're probably all really tired, I would think, a lot of those fans. Just want to say to the police, just go away, I'm tired. So tired. I just want to get home and have a nice cup of tea. Yeah. But also there is Jordan. Look at hair now. Look at hair now, because she's changed her hair. She's changed it into rope. That's all it is. If you have a good look, she's just changed her hair into rope. Rope. Very nice, Jordan. Very ropey. The Mirror. This could be his campaign poster, really. Portillo. I had gay sex. Wow. The former Defence Secretary admits, I had some homosexual experience as a young man. Asked if his homosexual behaviour had now stopped, he smiled and said, that is perfectly correct.
How would he dance?
He danced like that.
How would he dance? That's my best.
That's my favourite advert.
My best.
Have you seen that advert? Oh, sorry.
You know who we mean.
Okay. Anyway,
excuse me?
Excuse me, what have I done? Says I. Let's get in there! Get in there, say they. Get in there, say I. Get in there, say they. OK, here we go. More on the late Alan Clark. Soon after Mr Hague became party leader, a young radio reporter went to interview Alan Clark. A brilliant mind enthused Alan. He's talking about William Hague. And a wonderful orator. William is a visionary. It's only a matter of time before he turns the party round. As he went on in this vein, the reporter became increasingly baffled until, the interview complete, he snatched the microphone from Alan's tie and asked him if this was what he really thought. Dear boy, of course not, said the former Defence Minister with a lupine grin. The little runt will be gone by Christmas.
Lupine. Oh, proud.
Lupine. The driver of a breakdown truck crashed into a camouflaged army lorry. He'd been called out to repair near Lichfield, Staffordshire. Just couldn't see solo camouflage. It really gets me. You know, most times though, when you see war zones these days, it's not in the countryside, is it?
No.
It's always, and yet, camouflage uniforms, you can easily spot every single soldier because it's the only bush with a gun on a busy street. And I've been to Belfast and Derry a couple of times, just walking along and there's just like a bush crouched in a doorway. You think, well, that's not camouflage, is it? You want to get one of those Chumbawamba suits with like the brickwork on it. Do you know what I mean? Or just camouflage made out of like screen-printed McDonald's wrappers and stuff like that. Like look, and concrete and graffitied soldiers and stuff, so they blend in with a tagged wall. But that's it. It's true. Do you know what I mean? It's not that unreasonable, is it? Not really. What think ye? What say ye? What know ye?
Aye, my lord.
Aye, they replied. What think ye? Aye. They thought as one.
Aye.
Aye. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Good. OK. Sly Stallone's wacky mum, Jackie. Wacky Jackie.
Wacko.
Wacky Jackie. Do you know, for a while I was having really lurid dreams about Jackie Stallone. I'm pleased to tell you those dreams have ended. But Sly Stallone's wacky mum, Jackie, Wacky Jackie, hopefully we'll get beyond that, has left traditional astrology behind and now reads bottom prints to predict the future. Wow. That's what she does now, yeah. Clients of the crackbot clairvoyant.
Crackbot.
I didn't spot that the first time round. Are told to take off their trousers and sit for at least a minute on paper coated with waterproof ink.
How fabulous.
Then it's a matter of interpreting the lines in written. Sorry. Then it's a matter of interpreting the lines in written, says Jackie. I call it rumpology. It's very old science. She calls it rumpology. She says it's a very old science that dates right back to the time of Nostradamus.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Jackie, a time when witches were dunked. Sorry.
Do you know what? I've had colonic irrigation up to here.
Have you? But so, guess what? People sort of go, it goes back to the time of Nostradamus. Doesn't mean it works or it's good, just because they did it years ago.
Yeah, but sometimes it does mean that.
It doesn't ever mean that.
It does.
It doesn't mean that.
It does. Willow bark.
It does mean that, and that's why I never got my breast reading enterprise off the ground. I thought it was just madness. Anyway, Judith Rees is a great-grandmother, yeah, and she's gone back to school.
Really?
Yes! Her first school days 40 years ago were a dismal failure, but now she's making the most of her education second time round and has a growing list of examination success at the state school she attends with 3 of her 11 grandchildren. Imagine that, running for classes with your great-grand. You'd never lose, exactly right. And I don't know, apparently she's quite fast. The school has been wonderful encouraging me. The children accept me as a fellow pupil and the teachers accept me, but I do get told off if I step out of line, mostly for talking too much. That's brilliant. She's in the back of the class, but yes, oh, yes.
Having a chat.
Oh, yes. I think, can you imagine the teacher just going, "Read, are you sucking mints? Put them away." Suddenly, graffiti springing up on desk saying, "I love Des O'Connor." Richard Madeley for me. Lunchbox just full of biscuits. And of course, but you wonder her in PE. When it all comes up to being chosen.
Rein it in.
I'll have Judith on my team now. Here's something else that's vaguely pensioner related. Have a look. This is Frank Windsor. This is an advert today. We've got it still stored here for you. Look, that's Frank Windsor. How many other Windsors are the royal family hiding from us? Because look at him. That's Frank Windsor. Look at him. Truly, he is a royal. Look at that face. They've always been hiding him in some cupboard at Balmoral for years. They're going to slowly release royals to us. What I really enjoyed about this is for life insurance. And when you apply, you get free gifts. And you can imagine that they're going for 50 to 80-year-old people as they do this. But I love the free gifts they give away. You can imagine the sales conference. They're going, right, old people, what are they into? Come on. What are they into? What are they obsessed by? Time, clocks, exactly right. So what do they give away? You get, just for replying, you get a mini alarm clock, yeah? Then, you either get the choice of course, the carriage clock or the radio alarm clock. Okay. And why do they need to know the time?
To watch their lives ticking away.
Exactly right. And what's the other reason?
Time
for a cup of tea.
Hey!
So what's the other thing they're giving away? A kettle. Of course, a kettle. Because it's time for tea with Frank Windsor. That's why. There's another shot of him here in another one. They give you a choice of adverts. Here, I don't know if we've got this one still stored as well. Well, there he is anyway. Look, he's playing bowls there. That's with Barry Windsor, Ian Windsor, and that's another Windsor there hiding in another castle there. Come on, royal family. How many of you got we haven't seen yet? Here's a bit of madness and straight to the point. Some time ago, I composed a piece of music which I'm most gratified to hear is now on every young motorist radio. It goes boom, 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 boom. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Who's that from?
That's Reginald Knapp of Risley.
Reggie!
Do you know that song? It goes bump, bump, that's it. Okay. I just thought it was really funny that he's written out all the bumps. I'm going to write to the Mail right now.
Sure is.
Sick of hearing bump, bump, bump. I'm going to... Ba-na-na-na, boom, boom. Okay. A campaign to stop nuisance calls clogging up the 999 system and putting lives at risk is being launched today. In London alone, police received more than 2 million emergency calls last year, of which fewer than a quarter were genuine emergencies. Which means that programme, 999, is completely inaccurate. Because they're always responding to some emergency in that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, in actual fact, no emergencies, well, very few emergencies actually happen.
What sort of things do they ring in for?
I'll tell you. I found an umbrella. Where should I take it? They should reconstruct that.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, they should reconstruct it. It was just another day for Norma Higgins as she boarded a train, little suspecting that moments later she'd come face to face with a discarded umbrella. That's a proper 999 call. Here's another one. Another caller asked, can you tell me a good stain remover? I've got this stuff all over my jeans. I've got stuff all over my jeans.
999.
999. Right, I'm calling the police.
Clogging the line.
I've got stuff on my jeans. Another one says, a woman complained... Yeah.
Pat
Don't
might have
talk
stuff
about
on her
Pat's jeans. They are perfect. You've got red jeans. A woman complained, I had a packet of cigarettes and they're gone. They've been nicked. Absolutely right.
Ring 999.
Thieves. There are two other stories. One is a guy pumping 200 gallons of muck into an enemy's home, reported in The Sun.
Nice.
Just of slurry. He waited 3 years for revenge. And then he just pumped the slurry into his house. Absolutely right. And also, my friend Curly needs some young ladies to write to him. He's a good-looking, smart, intelligent Scottish man, and he's musical. He plays the bagpipes. Playing the bagpipes doesn't necessarily prove you're musical. He's making for the muffins.
Whoa, what's the other one?
Lisa, ring 999.
Ring 999
Someone
now.
call 999. We've got a major... I think we better stop
Ring
this.
999. Hello?
Hello? Who's speaking, please? I'm afraid snails is not an emergency, madam. You'll have to go away and stop wasting police time. It's the pun down. Pun down, ladies and gentlemen. OK, Sun story, a lorry carrying fireworks catches fire. Catches fire after a collision. It was the other hand, I tells you.
Says I.
What are you doing to me, says I. Nothing, say they. Why, says I. OK, here we go. Puns, says I. Good, says you. Sun story. Make mine a real ale. No, a lorry carrying fireworks catches fire after a collision. Oh, that's tremendous. OK, anyway, here's the pun. Here's the pun, says I. The pun says, bangers and crash. So I love fireworks. I really do. I go anywhere to see a
What's your
firework.
favourite?
My favourite firework? Bangers. I think next time in Battersea Park they do their fireworks, they should just no money on rockets and all those things. Just a group of blokes with bangers. About 1 million bangers. Just go, hey, hey, hey. Maybe not. Youngsters disappointed. Okay, here we go. Son, story. A man gets revenge by filling a former business partner's house with sewage. Gave it some coverage, perhaps not enough. The pun says, who's slurry now? Nice. Grant, I don't care what you like or don't like.
I like it.
Just do your work on camera one. Okay. Yeah. Aye. All those who think Grant should just get on with his job, say aye. Aye. Don't you flare your iris at me, young man. Okay. A man falls asleep in pizzeria. A man falls asleep in pizzeria's exhaust vent.
What the?
There's a vent going out, an air conditioning vent, and he's just crashed out in it.
Quite a nice place to sleep.
Lovely and warm. Really warm and cosy. Lovely. Well, they want the whole pizza restaurant smelling of tramp. I like a quattro trampi pizza. Anyway, it's not that at all. I don't even know it's a tramp. I haven't read the story, but I have read the pun, and the pun says, rest in pizza. And that's the end of today's Papers and Puns.
Coming up later, Lindsay calls on EastEnders Carol Jackson is live in the house.
You lady.
If you fancy winning a holiday to Cape Town...
I do.
Look at this.
Play our competition La Triviata and to celebrate the launch of Space, the new 24-hour telephone and internet travel service. You and a friend could be jetting off to the sensational South African city of Cape Town. Your prize includes UK airport transfers, return flights, 7 nights hotel accommodation, including breakfast and travel insurance too. One winner must be over 18 and both winners must hold valid passports and visas. So if you want to spend a second summer in Cape Town, just answer the following question. The correct nickname for the South African rugby team is A. Springboks, B. Jack in the Box, or C. Cardboard Box. And call 0900 144 7744 with your answer.